Zoom internet from Armstrong is fast, just like the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series at Jennerstown Speedway. Saturday, September 3rd is Armstrong Night at Jennerstown Speedway. Buy one ticket and get one free. Just show your Armstrong bill. Catch the 75-lap late model special, plus 5 other divisions. Bring your Armstrong bill and get 2 for the price of 1. Racing every Saturday night at Jennerstown Speedway. For more information, visit jennerstown.org.
I'm Chip Rome with the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, and for this episode of In the Know, we're going to be talking about racing. Not just any racing, but NASCAR racing at Jennerstown Speedway. And joining me is Billy Rebar, and Billy is the general manager at Jennerstown. Good to see you, Billy.
Likewise, Chip. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Armstrong's excited about the upcoming event, so September 3rd is going to be Armstrong Night at Jennerstown Speedway. And you've allowed us to offer our customers a special promotion where they can bring their Armstrong bill and buy one ticket and get one free.
That's right, Chip. All they have to do is bring that Armstrong bill, present it at the gate, and we'll validate it right there. We'll be buy one, get one free. Adult admission is just $10, so 2 people can get in for $10.
Well, that's a good deal. And it's NASCAR racing. I think you have 5 divisions that night?
Actually, we have 6 divisions.
Okay.
We have 6 division of NASCAR short track racing, which we're part of the Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series. We compete at a state and national level, and those drivers will compete in 6 different types of cars. Standing behind us here is the late model division, which will be competing in a 75-lap feature. They typically only race 30 laps, so you're getting a bonus for your money on that night.
And so you have a bigger purse that night, too, for these guys.
That's correct. Bigger purse, and we anticipate a few drivers that may typically not show up at Jennerstown that come in and invade and try to take over that money.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series. That's grassroots racing for NASCAR. You want to talk a little bit about that structure?
Yeah, that's correct. So Jennerstown, our management group has been there for 8 years. It was actually closed for a duration of 6 years. So it's been quite some time since you've heard the NASCAR name used around Jennerstown Speedway. And timing is everything in this sport. And we just really felt it was a great opportunity to realign ourselves with NASCAR. They do a lot on the national level you see on TV on Sundays. And we're directly aligned with them now. So it's a great opportunity for us to use them as a promotional tool as well as for them. Just a couple weeks ago in Pocono on Ryan Blaney's car, Jennerstown Speedway's name.
Very good.
We were just won a huge competition thanks to our wonderful fans. We won $50,000 in what's called the Advance My Track Challenge. That money is going to be used specifically for a brand new ADA accessible bathroom at the Speedway. So the money was voted on by the fans and it's going right back to the fans.
So Speedway won $50,000. This is a national competition, right?
That's correct. I believe there was 30 tracks. As far as Alaska actually finished number 2 to us. Jennerstown did very, very well. We had the most votes. They've been doing it for 2 years now, and we pretty much had the highest number they've ever seen. And that's all thanks to our wonderful fans. Our reach is not just in southwestern PA. It's all over the region. We have fans in Ohio, West Virginia, New York. Everywhere Armstrong is, we have fans.
Right, that's great. And now, Jennerstown is actually a half-mile paved oval. It's a big half-mile.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know the difference. Big half-mile, depending whether you measure on the inside or the outside, right?
That's correct. In
Yes.
the second groove, it's .522, so it's a big
excellent.
half mile.
So what can fans expect when they would show up, like for Armstrong Night on September 3rd? What can they expect?
So it's a great family affordable entertainment. I know there's a lot of things to do on Saturdays and Fridays in the region. You got Fall Fest or whatever, but every Saturday night you can count on Jennerstown Speedway to be great family-oriented entertainment. We got Moto Mouse, which is our mascot you'll see on Saturday, September 3rd, goes around and greets the kids. We have great food. It's not just your normal concession food that you would think. We've got roast beef sandwiches. We got the best soft serve ice cream, 10% butterfat.
You got me a soft serve ice cream.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist. It's just a great fair-like atmosphere at a racetrack. And you see some great competition, a lot of local drivers. It's always great when you get new fans and they hear where the drivers are from and they're like, wow, they're from my hometown. I didn't even realize it. Right. So now they created more fans.
Yeah. And speaking of that, you have a lot of drivers from this area. So we're actually in Scottsdale right now recording this, but from the Connellsville, Scottsdale, Mount Pleasant areas, there's a lot of drivers and fans both.
That's correct. So Jennerstown had a sister track, which you're very familiar with, the Motordrome Speedway, and a lot of the drivers, including myself, competed at Motordrome Speedway as well as Jennerstown. But when we were closed, the only place to race in town was Motordrome. Well, since Motordrome has since closed, the roles have been reversed, and now everybody makes the trek to Jennerstown. And we have such a huge group of drivers from Scottdale, Mount Pleasant, Connersville. Bobby Henry, legendary name from back in the day, retired a couple years ago. He's in the Hall of Fame at Jennerstown. He's actually been making racing starts at Jennerstown in our Pro Stock division.
Okay.
So you might even see Bobby driving behind the wheel on September 3rd.
Yeah. Now, Billy, you talked about the trek to Jennerstown. Could you explain to our viewers where Jennerstown's located?
So it's in Americas County, Somerset County, Pennsylvania. We're right at the intersection of Route 30 and 985. The easiest way to describe it to everybody, you get on the PA Turnpike, you get off exit 110 in Somerset. We're 15 minutes off the Somerset exit. If you're in the Ligonier region, if you're in the Connersville, hop on 711, get on Route 30, you're going to run right into us.
Okay. You folks have a Facebook page. Talk about how people can find Facebook and your website.
So we have a really active social media website. The Jennerstown Speedway Complex LLC is our Facebook page. We're active on Twitter, Instagram, and the Jennerstown webpage is jennerstown.org, not .com, .org, .org. Keep up to date, upcoming events. We'll have all the Armstrong information, the times of the event, anything you need, point standings. If you want to see if there's a driver from your hometown, jennerstown.org is the place to be.
Yeah. Now you have souvenirs at your shop, at a souvenir shop there too, that people can shop at.
That's correct. So every year we try to change the hat designs. This is new for this year. The
Very
little logo
nice.
on the side. We have T-shirts, sweatshirts, and September 3rd, the weather up there might get a little chilly. So if you forget your sweatshirt at home, we even have blankets. We got embroidered blankets. So we got a little something for everybody, a little keepsake. If you haven't been there before, if you haven't been there in several years, we always change those designs. And we even have a lot of our drivers' T-shirts on sale as well. So if you get a driver you really like, visit the novelty stand. You might be able to purchase up a souvenir for them as well.
And that night, Armstrong is bringing shirts, and we're you have a slingshot you're going to let us use. We're going to shoot Armstrong T-shirts into the grandstands.
That's right. So they'll have to have eyes in the back of their head. We have a really big, huge slingshot mounted on the front of a golf cart, and our friends at Armstrong are going to help us launch those into the stands. So
that'll be a lot of fun.
Get a souvenir from Armstrong.
Yeah, so we're actually working on a racing-themed Armstrong T-shirt that we're going to have for that night. So we're excited for that. And in addition to what you have folks have going on, Armstrong's going to have some other things too. David Fedor, our producer for the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, he's coming and he's bringing some of his talent. Marilyn Forbes from around town is going to be there. And actually we're also going to have the host of Stuff I Never Knew, Jeff Ravella, is actually going to be there too. And they're actually going to be shooting a show while the racing's going on, in between some of the racing.
Outstanding. I think for the trivia, we should get together and put our old 90s racing vibe together and make some trivia questions from the 90s.
That would be a good idea. We could probably help them out with some copy there. So we're September 3rd. What happens after that? You run into first part of October, I think.
Yeah, so
you?
typically we would finish the second or third week of September, but the weather has been so nice in southwestern PA in the month of September. We just couldn't leave that on the table. So
Right.
Armstrong night, September 3rd, 75-lap Martellus Pharmacy late model feature. September 10th, the Super Cup Stock Car Series will be there. Their former big ARCA Busch Grand National steel body race cars. They're loud, make a lot of noise, and they're fast too. And then the following week is September 17th, a normal 5-division show. And then that brings us to our championship night on September 4th, where all the drivers will be crowned as track champions. Now, you mentioned we run to October 1st. This is something new this year. Okay. We're going to host a special event, which is called the CRA Fall Brawl. It's been previously at IRP, which is Indianapolis Raceway Park in Indianapolis. Huge venue, big deal out there. CRA, which is the Championship Racing Association, chose to move that event to Jennerstown Speedway, which we're really honored. It's 4 divisions of racing. These guys are in fierce points battles. We're like the last race before their championship, so we're really excited to have the CRA Pro Late Models, which some of our weekly competitors will compete with against. We have the Midwest Modified Tour Series. They bring 30 cars wherever they go. The CRA Street Stocks, which some of our local Ron's Collision Center Street Stocks will be competing in, and the Vore Super Compact Series that I'm telling you will have 40 to 50 Super Compacts at our Jennerstown. So we're
and
really
what was
excited
that date
about
again? That was
Saturday, October 1st.
Okay, and that's your final event for 2022?
That will conclude the 2022 season, yes.
Yeah, you'll be ready for a break by then, I'm sure. Yeah. Now, Armstrong is getting involved with racing, and the reason is because of Zoom. Our internet service, Zoom, is actually fast, just like NASCAR racing is fast. So we thought this would be a good connection. So, Billy, I really appreciate you working with Armstrong and helping us to treat our customers to some racing?
As a customer myself, Armstrong Cable and their customer service is just phenomenal. We have Armstrong at home. We were in the middle of a winter storm last year, and those guys were out climbing on the pole to get us back up to speed. So,
well, our customer service is great. Our crew that we have here in the condos, actually throughout all of Armstrong, is great. And appreciate you being a customer too. Thank you. Yeah. So let's just talk about September 3rd, Jennerstown Speedway. It's Armstrong night at Jennerstown, so come on out to the races. If you're an Armstrong customer, bring a copy of your Armstrong bill, and you can buy one ticket and get one for free. Billy, good to have you here. Good to be with you.
Thank you so much. And if you don't have a printer at home, bring that bill on your phone. If it's digital, we'll honor a digital bill as well.
Okay, that's great. Now you're in the know.
Zoom internet from Armstrong is fast, just like the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series at Jennerstown Speedway. Saturday, September 3rd is Armstrong night at Jennerstown Speedway. Buy one ticket and get one free. Just show your Armstrong bill. Catch the 75-lap late model special, plus 5 other divisions. Bring your Armstrong bill and get 2 for the price of 1. Racing every Saturday night at Jennerstown Speedway. For more information, visit jennerstown.org.